Good morning, one and all. How are you? Hope you all are healthy, fit, and fine at your place. I'm your computer teacher, Anshu Arora. So today we will begin with a new chapter, that the fundamentals of computer. Here in this chapter we will learn the basic components or the basic concepts about the computer. That what is a computer, its components like hardware and software, input and output devices, the IPO cycle, architecture of computer system, and its basic. So for further detailed knowledge about that basic concept, we will move to our Windows screen. Okay. So students, here in this video we will learn about the fundamentals of computer. So the first topic is, what is a computer? A computer is a data processing machine which processes the user data as per the instruction given to the computer and produce the desired output. It is a versatile machine that handles multiple tasks like documentation, budgeting, accounting, designing, imparting education, etc. Means a computer is a data processing machine. Basically, it's a DPM that is used to process the data provided by the user, and at the end the main task of this to produce the desired output in the form of the meaningful information. Just keep this thing in your mind that output comes in the form of information. It is a versatile machine because it can handle more than one task at the same time. So here you have seen the diagram on the PPT that data, once we input the data into the computer, after the processing it will gives us the desired output, but that output comes in the form of the information. So the four basic functions of a computer system are: first the input, then process. So the four basic functions of the computer system are input, process, output, and the storage. Input means the instructions or the commands given by the user to the computer to perform any task. Process. Process can be done by using the processor, that is the CPU. Basically, it's the operation that can be performed over the data or the input instructions. Output means at the end or after the processing on the data, the desired result we get, it's called the output or the information. Storage. Storage means to save up of the data for the future use. Computer works on a cycle called the IPO cycle. Here I relates the input, P means the process, and O means the output. Here you have seen a figure on the PPT that input unit, processing, and the output unit. Input devices, by using the input devices we can provide the input to the computer, that the keyboard and mouse are the helpful input devices. CPU is also called the processor that handles the processing tasks. At the end, the output devices that provide us the result are the monitors and the printers. These are the output units of a computer system. Okay. Now the next is components of a computer system. Basically, there are two major components of a computer system, that are the hardware and the software resources. All the physical components of the computer system, that is the parts which we can see or touch, are called the hardware, or in other words the tangible components of the computer system. It's called the hardware, means the component that we can physically touch or we are able to see, that is called the hardware units. Next is the software. Set of instructions or the instruction or the set of programs that tells the computer how to perform the different tasks. These instructions are the programs or called the softwares. Means the set of instructions given to the computer to perform any task, or that exactly tells the computer what to do and how to perform the task, are called the softwares. Or the non-tangible components of the computer that we cannot touch is software. Software can further be categorized into three parts. Number first, the system software, second one is the application software, and third one is the utility software. Here you have seen some examples of the hardware and the software. These are the components that we can touch and see both, like CPU, monitor, keyboard, printer, speakers, microphones, RAM, motherboard, mouse, et al. Okay, and here are the example of the software like Windows 7, that is operating system, Java platform, PowerPoint, Google Chrome, Gmail browser, Word, and the Android. These all are the examples of the computer software. Now, the next thing is input and the output devices. In this series, we will learn about some the introduction of that input and output devices, what are that and what are the work of that input and output devices. First, we will learn about the input devices. The devices that used to accept the data and the instructions from the user is called the input devices. Basically, these devices are the devices that accept the data input by the user or that accepts the data and the instruction from the user end. An input device is used to feed the information into the computer. Input devices are capable of converting the data into a form which can be recognized by the computer, means it input the data in that form that can be easily understandable by the computer. A computer has several input devices like keyboard, mouse, trackball, joystick, scanner, light pen, barcode reader, BCR, OCR, optical character reader, OMR, optical mark reader, MICR, magnetic ink character reader, etc. Basically, these that BCR, OCR, OMR, and MICR are the examples of the scanner. So here you have seen some handheld devices like your handheld devices for barcode scanner, touch screen, keyboard, mouse, that all are the examples of the input devices. The next thing is the output device. The devices that displays the output to the user is called the output devices. When the data and the instructions are fed into the computer and process the next step is get the desired output, means once we input the information into the computer or once we input the data into the computer, after processes the devices which provide us the desired output falls under the category of the output devices. This output may be displayed on the monitor or on the printed in the form of the printed. So the output displays on the monitor is called the soft copy and the output produced on the computer is called the hard copy. Okay, means the printout is called the hard copy and the things that resist inside the computer like a Word file, it is in the form of soft copy. Here, some characteristics of the computer system are, or the computer are, number first, automatic, means given a job, computer can work on it automatically without the human intervention, means if we assign a job to the computer, then it can produce the output automatically. It doesn't require the human intervention in it. The second characteristics of the computer is the speed, its speed. Computer can perform data processing jobs very fast, usually measured in microseconds 10 to 6, nanoseconds 10 to 9 and the picoseconds 10 to 12. Means once we given any task for the processing to the computer, then it will process that jobs very fastly. Nanoseconds, microseconds or the picoseconds depends upon the work given to the computer. It can take that particular amount of time to complete that task. Okay. The next characteristic of a computer system is its accuracy. Accuracy of a computer is consistently high and the degree of its accuracy depends upon its design. Computer error caused due to the incorrect input data on unreliable programs are often referred to as the garbage in, garbage out, means whatever the information or whatever the data given to the computer by the user, the computer can work only on that particular thing, means if the input is correct, then the accuracy rate of that input is 100% correct. If the input given to the computer by the user is in incorrect format, then automatically the accuracy rate will decrease to the 0%, and it follows a instruction called the GIGO, that is garbage in, garbage out format. Diligence. The next characteristic is diligence. Computer is free from the monotony, tiredness and the lack of concentration issue. It can continuously work for hours without creating any error or without getting grumbling. Means computer never gets bored. It is free from the monotony and the tiredness problem. This feature is called the diligence. The next of characteristics of the computer is power of remembering. Computer can store and recall any amount of information because of its secondary storage capability. If it forgets or loses the certain information only when it is asked to do, means the remembering power of the computer is very high just because of its secondary storage capability. Means if we want to store any data permanently for the future use, then we will store that data in the secondary storage unit like the hard disk, pen drive, that all are the example of the secondary storage unit. It forgets that data only in that condition when the user deleted that data permanently. Okay. The next characteristic of our computer is no IQ. Means a computer does only what it is programmed to do. It cannot take its own decision in this regard. Means computer is not able to take its own decision by itself. It can only work on the instruction that is given by the user. No feeling. Computer are devoid of emotions. It has no its emotions. Their judgment is based on the instruction given to them in the form of programs that are written by us. Okay. Here are some applications of the computer, means the field where we use the computer. Number first field or number first application of the computer is in the field of education. Getting the right kind of information is a major challenge as it getting information to make the sense. College students spend an average of 5 to 6 hours a week on the internet. Research shows that the computer can significantly enhance the performance in the learning. Students exposed to the internet say that they think the web has helped them improve the quality of their academic research of their written work. One revolution in education is the advent of distance learning. This offers a variety of internet and the video based online course. Means nowadays all the education that impart to the children by using the online. So in the field of online education, the application of the computer plays a major role. The next field is health and medicines. All the medical information can now be digitized. Software is now able to compute the risk of a diseases. Mental health researchers are using the computers to screen troubled teenagers in need of the psychotherapy. A patient paralyzed by a stroke has received an implant that allows the communication between his brain and the computer. As a result, he can move a cursor across the screen by brain power and convey simple message. Means in the field of the health and medicine, the information technology or the computer plays a vital role, as we have seen number of examples that a paralyzed patient can stroke or receive implant that allows the communication by using the brain and the computer, and if he or she wants to perform any action, then on their mind they can move up the cursor and that brain power convey simple message. Okay. The next thing is in the field of business. Business clearly sees the interest as the way to enhance the productivity and the competitiveness. The internet has become a popular marketing tool nowadays. The word cybercast has come to the banking. Not only the smart cards, but internet banking, electronic deposit, bill payment, online stock and bond trading. So, in the field of the business, the computer play a very vital role that cybercast become the one of the best example of the banking. Entertainment and the recreation. Entertainment and pleasure time also have been affected by the computerization. For example, in movies, computer generated graphics give freedom to the designers so that special effects and even imaginary characters can play a part in making movies, videos, and the commercials. In sports, computer compile statistics, sell tickets, create training programs and diets for the athletes, and suggest game plans, strategies based on the competitors' past performance. In the field of science, scientists have long been users of it. A new adventure among scientists is the idea of a collaboratory and internet based collaborative laboratory in which researchers all over the world can work easily together even at a distance. Means Number of scientists can connect together over a long distance and they can do the new adventure. An example is space physics, where space physicists are allowed to band together to measure the Earth's ionosphere from the instruments on four parts of the world. In the field of government, computer also plays a vital role. Various departments of the government use computer for the planning, control, law enforcement activities. To name a few like traffic, tourism, information and the broadcasting, education, aviation and many other fields. In the field of defense, there are many uses computer in defense such as controlling the UAV or unmanned aircrafts. An example is Predator. If you have cable, I would recommend watching the show Future Weapons and Modern Marvels. The show Future Weapons gives an entire hour to the Predator. Recording information, official statics keepers and some scouts use computers to record the statics, take notes, chat online while attending and working at the sports event. Analyzing the movements, the best athletes pay close attention to details. The computers can slow recorded video and allow people to study their specific movements, to try the improve their tendencies and repair poor habits. Scoreboards. While some scoreboards are manually updated, most professional sport venues have very modern scoreboards that are programmed to update the statics and information immediately after the information is entered into the computer. Like sports or like in the field of the budgeting at all, share market at all. Scoreboards can easily be updated by using the computer devices. Safety. Computers have aided in the design of safety equipments in sports such as football, helmets to shoot to mouth guards. Okay? Thank you.
So students, hope you all like the video. So that's all about today's presentation. If you have any doubt, any query related to the video or the concept that I have taught in the video, so anytime you can ask me. You can call me, you can drop a message in the drop box or you can directly WhatsApp me. Thank you. Have a nice day.